What is up, you guys? It's been a while. Today, as you saw in the title, we're going to talk about a subject that has made me crazy for months. Spider-Man No Way Home. Before we start, I want to make sure that everybody knows I am not pretending to be an expert. I don't know anything about the comics. I'm just really going to give my opinion based on the movies that I've seen. Franchise with Toby, with Andrew, and with Tom, and a bit of the Avengers. But that's it. I'm not pretending I know everything. I just need to talk about it. I've waited so long to have the trailer No Way Home. Now we have it. So we are going to watch it together. But before we do that, I want to talk about Spider-Man, the Toby franchise, and the Andrew franchise. Okay, so first let's talk about the Toby franchise. Personally, he's my least favorite Spider-Man. I know he's the OG Spider-Man, so just for like nostalgia, I understand. But when you go back, like watching it now, I feel like it didn't age well. The acting is not so great. I feel like sometimes it's overreacted and sometimes it's like downreacted. I think he does a really good Peter Parker though, in this really like nerd dork way. But Spider-Man for me is just not good. You know, Spider-Man is supposed to be like super fun and youthful, and I don't feel he brings that. I feel like the actors are a bit too old. That's kind of the problem in like Hollywood movies. They tend to cast older people to play teenagers, and now we are older, we see it and we feel like there's something wrong. But the storylines are great. I mean, of course, because they're the OG films. And between Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, my favorite would be, I think, the first one, because it's the OG one. And yeah, because it brings nostalgia. Okay, so now with the Andrew franchise, Andrew's my favorite.
Really?
So I know I'm not biased because I'm just completely in love with Andrew Garfield as an actor. I find him incredible. He is, of course, very cute and very hot, but I just love his acting. He makes me feel so many emotions. And he's right up there with Chris Evans on my favorite actor list. So I am maybe biased. But yeah, he's my favorite franchise. I love the whole background story on his parents and on Oscorp and the Osborns. Even though I do prefer the James Franco version of Harry Osborn, and I was really disappointed when we didn't have, you know, like the follow-up of the third movie. I was really disappointed, and of course really disappointed when they announced that Andrew would no longer be a Spider-Man. And I feel like his Spider-Man is spot on. It's perfect. He's funny. He's everything we want to see in a Spider-Man, in my opinion.
You know, in the future, if you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief, man.
What are you? You a cop?
Really? You seriously think I'm a cop? Cop in a skin-tight red and blue suit.
But I do agree that his Peter Parker is maybe a bit too cool kid. He's supposed to be a dork. He doesn't seem that like awkward, and he just seemed cool, like people seem to like him, which is not the version we're supposed to have with Peter, if I'm not wrong. So I guess that's the only like black spot that would be for me in the Andrew franchise, because I love him. Let's move on to Tom.
Hey, it's future me. I just realized that I didn't tell you which movie I preferred from the Andrew franchise, and it's The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I love the whole storyline with Electro. I think he's like my favorite villain from the Spider-Man movies. That's it.
So for the Tom franchise, I don't have much to say about it because he's not my favorite, like I said, but I still really like it. I'm happy with it. I remember when we were announced that Tom Holland would be the new Spider-Man, I was like, no way. I am not going to like him. I'm not going to watch him. I want Andrew Garfield back. And then we saw him in Civil War and I was like, okay, fine. And for Marvel fan purposes, I was like, okay, let's watch this movie because, you know, Marvel is really clever. They make you watch the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe if you want to understand. Like every movie, you need to watch everything, so they're very smart. So I watched it, and I didn't really like Homecoming. The story was kind of like blah for me. Like I wasn't super into it. But I mean, Tom is a great actor. I think he does a perfect Peter Parker in Spider-Man, and he's the perfect age for me. I definitely much prefer Far From Home because I didn't like at all Homecoming, so the choice is easy. I don't have much to say about it. I just love Andrew more. I know like most of you don't agree because like I said, I asked you on Instagram, and 30% of you prefer Toby, 30% of you prefer Tom, and then there's 26% of us who like Andrew. It's fine. Let's just agree to disagree. But yeah, let's talk about No Way Home now. Like, the hype is real, you guys. I have been waiting for the trailer to come for so long. I have watched it, I think like 4 times already. I have to admit, I was a little bit disappointed to not see Andrew and Toby, but obviously they're not gonna put them in the trailer. It's too much of an information to put them in the trailer, obviously. I don't even know if they're gonna come in the future trailers, and in one way it would like break the like secret if they would, but another way, if they don't, people are gonna be like, are they really in it, you know? But anyway, let's watch the trailer. The music.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers includes the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
They're so cute. They're so
Can we
cute.
just like stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
We knew he was coming.
So, Peter, why do I owe the
There's
pleasure?
snow everywhere.
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
A black
When
one.
Mysterio-
New costume alert. This does not look like a school. It reminded me a lot about the school where in the Andrew Garfield franchise. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just had this feeling. And I know Marvel is really good to, you know, kind of CGI their trailer or show whatever they want. And in this scene, I feel like it might not be Tom Holland. It might be Andrew. I don't know.
I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange.
Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. You tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know.
Oh my god, so many things. I stopped at the right moment. First, he talks about the multiverse as though he's the one who opened it, but for those who watched Loki, you kind of feel like that's not right. Like the multiverse was created by someone else. I'm not going to spoil Loki, but it was kind of weird. Like, I hope they're going to explain it. I did stop at the right moment because I think that those lightning that we're seeing is Electro, in my opinion. The only thing that frightens me is that they're yellow, and I'm going to explain why later. Let's just continue. This scene, you can see sand, which kind of lets us think that maybe it's Sandman. That's another meaning. Green Goblin, I think everyone got this one.
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
This voice reminds me of something that still no clue what it is. Obviously. Yes.
Hello, Peter.
And see this scene as well, the last scene, I feel like this was not Tom Holland. I feel like this was Tobey Maguire because it's his villain, but because the outfit and I don't know, the body language, I don't know, I felt like this was Toby. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm totally wrong, but I do feel that when Dr. Ock is talking and he's saying, hello, Peter, he's talking to Toby. I mean, I hope he is, because that would be like so, oh my god, what the fuck? I don't know, what do you think? You guys comment below, please. I need to talk about this. Lots to talk about. I do have the impression that they tempered a bit with the trailer like they've done in the past, and that is pretty cool. You know, you expect one thing, but that's not really what's gonna happen. And I do feel like in those scenes, maybe it wasn't always Tom Holland, in my opinion. So we've got a lot of meanies who were confirmed. Green Goblin, I didn't expect that. The question on a lot of people's mouth I've seen on social network is it going to be Dane DeHaan or is it going to be the OG Green Goblin? And honestly, even though I do prefer the Andrew franchise, I do prefer the OG Green Goblin, so let's hope it's him. And I think it is him because it is the same laugh. We have the Sandman, possibly. Maybe we're all wrong, but it seems like it could be him. We have Doc, and we've been confirmed it, so that's awesome. And there's Electro, who has, I think Jamie Foxx has been confirmed. What worries me is that it seems like his lightning is yellow now. And in the Andrew franchise, it was blue, which makes me very worried on Andrew's participation in this movie. Electro, who is his only meanie present, is yellow, makes me believe that they may be going to show a variant of Electro, and I feel like people won't care if Andrew's not here because he's not the fan favorite. All they want is Toby, apparently. And I think that with Doc Ock, with Green Goblin, with Sandman, there's kind of like too many factors to not bring Toby here. So I think Toby is kind of a sure thing, but Andrew not, and it would make me so sad. Now that I've seen the trailer, I'm more worried than I was before. And I don't know if I want to see him in the trailers, because I want to get the surprise, but I also want to be reassured. So please, you guys, comment below what you think, your assumptions, your hopes, what you've thought of this trailer. Has it changed what you thought before seeing the trailer? As a huge Marvel fan, I need to talk about it. I've watched every movies in chronological order. I've watched WandaVision, I've watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki. By the way, tell me if you want me to make a video on one of those shows because I really love them, especially WandaVision and Loki. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. That would really help me. Bye, you guys.